Well, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and let's talk about something on Twitch that hopefully doesn't get me banned. So, I don't know how rocking the boat works on Twitch as to whether or not Twitch is a company that makes decisions based off of logic or makes decisions based on emotions. There are two types. And so I guess we will find out. So what I want to talk to you about is about the terms of service on Twitch. And the terms of service on Twitch, they added something last year which I didn't know about. And if I had known about, I would have addressed this last year. But they made a blog post on March 7th saying that everybody should go and take a look at the terms of service because they've made some changes in there, the changes that they made the previous year that had to do with promotions. Now, a lot of you who are partners on Twitch or big, or have large Twitch followings know that part of the philosophy and part of the way that you get a lot of followers is two ways. One, you either are a rock star and you have such great content that people just follow you no matter what, or you are maybe an unknown person. You might be a rock star in the making, and you do things like giveaways and you interact a lot with your viewers and everything. And there's a lot of people who are really good at this, including I made partner by doing giveaways. And now it's not to say that people came just for the giveaways, but I will say that that drew people in. It got people to look for the first time and follow me. And I've done quite well on Twitch. I have just shy of 10,000 followers, and, it works out okay. Is it a big moneymaker? No. But here is something that really, really troubles me with Twitch. They have in their terms of service, Section 10, Area F, about promotions. And these promotions, if I'm looking off screen, it's because I have a list of all of this stuff up here. And I'm just amazed at how badly they treat non-U.S. citizens. So, broadcasters may promote, administer, or conduct promotions on, through, or utilizing Twitch. If you are a broadcaster and choose to promote, administer, or conduct a promotion, you must follow the following rules. And I'm just going to go through each one of these. They're not very long, and then you can make up your own mind as to whether or not you think that Twitch is insane or not, or if they're being discriminatory. Because I don't understand the thoughts behind this, and I'll tell you, I contacted Twitch, and I'll tell you about their response. So, 1, you may not conduct promotions if the aggregate value of all the prizes awarded in the promotion exceeds $5,000. So, aggregate means a whole bunch of parts put together as one. So, let's say that you are a, let me just tell you here. I did an EVE Online promotion where we gave away about $10,000 worth of EVE Online accounts. We did this promotion at the same time that this stuff was put in. And so I don't know if we exceeded the $5,000 mark because I think that these terms were changed right mid promotion that we were doing. And what we did is we took a whole bunch of newbies and including myself being a newbie in EVE Online, and we gave away nearly $10,000 worth of new accounts in the game while we were doing this. And so I would have violated rule number 1. And because we gave away $10,000 worth instead of $5,000 worth. And so, 2, your promotion may not require the interested to submit any user content. Okay, fine. You don't have to make a video or give me a piece of artwork or something like that to be in one of my contests. No problem. 3, your promotion may only be open to residents of the 50 United States, including Washington, D.C. What? Really? Come on. Twitch, you just alienated everybody in the world who uses Twitch except for those of us in the United States. What the hell are you thinking? You don't think that that makes everybody else feel like second-class citizens according to your service? I mean, if you wanted to bust the morale of all of your users who are not in the United States, you just did it. And I don't understand that. You know, I understand that the regulatory, that Twitch is in the United States, and that they have to follow the regulatory rules of being within the United States. But I'm not a lawyer, but I'm not aware of anything that says that we cannot legally do promotions to people outside of the United States. Or what happens when the broadcaster is in Germany and he is giving away a prize or something and it goes to somebody in Italy or even in Germany? You know, should he not follow German law? I would think that he should. You know, and so I think that is pretty insane. Entrants must be 18 or older, or the age of majority under applicable law. I guess I'd have to look up what age of majority is, but my assumption is that, you know, considered a legal adult. So your promotion must be free to enter. Okay, well, let me ask. If I do a promotion and I require that you're a subscriber, is that, I guess, being a subscriber or follower is free, but is there a cost to it? You could argue that there was a cost to it. I don't know. So, number 6, generally your promotion should not require entrants to endorse a product or otherwise comment or provide an opinion on a product in such a way reasonable that the person may believe the endorsement. Okay, so you can't give it away and then require that they do some sort of endorsement. Fine. You may not indicate that Twitch is a sponsor or co-sponsor of the promotion. Again, fine, not a big deal. Your promotion must have a set of official rules and contain all details, disclosures, and other information required by applicable law and that otherwise comply with the law. Fine, no problem. Currently on our store, we do that all the time. We do giveaways monthly, and we list out all of the rules and everything, and we follow laws that we're required to on that, and we do that all fairly equally. Don't charge anybody. No problem. Got that down. Let's see. Number 9, your promotion must be conducted and prizes awarded as described in your official rules. Okay, just means follow your own rules. Fine. Number 10, you must comply with all applicable laws, rules, regulations in the execution of your promotion. Again, fine. You know, 3 things saying the same thing here, pretty much. Number 11, there are a number of laws, requirements associated with promotions. So ask an expert if you have questions or concerns. Okay. So, and then they go on to say that it's your sole expense on all of this. And so this ask an expert thing really kind of bothers me. And the reason is that who is an expert? Okay, a lawyer. Well, okay, so a lawyer is going to look at this and say that, okay, number 2, the promotion, or no, number 3, the promotion may not be open to, may only be open to residents of the United States. They're going to look at that and say, what? There's no laws on that. Not that I'm aware of. And so, here's what I did. I wrote to Twitch, and I said, okay, I understand that you have these rules and that you would like to have them followed, and I would like to be in compliance with these rules. And so it's not such a big deal, most of the stuff, except for like number 3 and number 4. Number 3 being a resident of the United States, and number 4 being 18 or older. So I asked them, what is the indicators on Twitch when I'm doing a live giveaway that tells me if the viewer that has won is in the United States or not, and whether or not they're over 18? Because Twitch doesn't have anything like this. They don't have any way to tell us that. So, what? Okay, so person wins. I say, are you over 18? Are you in the United States? They say yes. I give them the prize. Okay. What if the person lied? I mean, that's not on me that the person lied. You know, we did due diligence. We asked. It was answered. You know, we're sending our prizes at least in Twitch mail. So they're electronic delivery. That's just codes that are being delivered. And, you know, so, you know, I expect that if it's known that must be, you know, that those are rules and everything, and that they're going to get asked that if they win, that everybody's just going to lie if they're outside the United States so they can win the prize. It's really kind of dumb. You know, of course, I wouldn't be saying to all of them, well, you should lie, and then you know, you'll win. They'll figure it out pretty quick when I deny somebody publicly because they say that they're outside the United States. Oh, I'm sorry, only people in the United States, you know, can win. I'm sorry you're not in the United States. The chat will be just going right along saying, oh, well, we should have just lied about it. So I asked for that, and I also asked for an expert. I said, I didn't ask for an expert, I asked for an example. I said, can you show me somebody on Twitch who is currently following these rules in the terms of service and doing it well? Because I would like to use them as an example. And I would consider them to be an expert in it if they have it all figured out. My response was less than savory. It was that they made a blog post on March 7th about this issue, which is how I found out about it, and that I could refer to that. Otherwise, please refer to an expert. That was their whole reply. And they linked me back to the terms of service, telling me to look at section 10F. Come on, that's what I quoted to you. Really? So I think that Twitch, I need to call you out on this, and that I think that it should be explained specifically why you guys need to exclude everyone outside the United States. I get the thing about it being 18 or older. I get that, and you know, a simple question can do that. But I think that the real discriminatory problem here is that Twitch is not you know, allowing anyone outside of the United States to participate. And I don't think that there's any laws that really make it so that someone in the U.S. or someone in Germany or someone in Africa, wherever, that is doing a contest should keep them from doing this. Now, I do know that as a U.S. citizen and everything, that there are certain things that we have to follow and everything, like, you know, there's certain countries that we're not allowed to do business with. That's a list based on what the U.S. government says, you know, where they have sanctions against another country, or like Cuba is a good example. You know, Cuba, since the 60s, we've not been allowed to do business with them. And so if someone in Cuba won, I should not be delivering the code to them. But how do I know they're from Cuba? You know? But that's pretty easy. That is really an anomaly. Most of these countries that are that we're not supposed to do business with are not watching our shows on Twitch. I can tell you that. So anyway, okay, Twitch. Here's my question. Why are you discriminating against non-U.S. citizens? Simple as that. I hope you can answer. I'm Marky Dragon. Take care.